What's up, Pisces? This is Jesse with 44 Astro with a general tarot reading for the new moon coming up on November 13th. November 13th just happens to be my birthday. This new moon will occur at 4:27 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It will be at 22 degrees Scorpio. It will be in the 19th mansion of the moon. The 19th mansion of the moon is called the Sting. It's very scorpionic. I'll put a picture up. You can read about it. It's good about connecting with people, making new friends, relationships, even maybe having a new love partner. But it's not good for conceiving children, supposedly. That's what it says anyway. Don't conceive. So because this is all in Scorpio, that moon is going to be in a stellium right now with the sun and with Mars. It's a small stellium. So that's going to be very potent energy, very powerful energy, very sexual energy. Either way, it's going to be intense and powerful energy because that's what Scorpio represents as power. Mars is, passion, sex, intensity, that type of thing, anger. And that's going to be in Scorpio. So emotions may be very high. For Pisces ascendant, we're looking at the 8th or the 9th house. So we're talking Scorpio's house. If it's in the 8th house, we're talking heavy sexual energy, very transformative energy, very intense energy. Tensions can be very high. If it's your 9th house, we're talking about higher learning, justice, travel, those type of things. So you could be intense feelings about those type of things, about justice in the world. You want to see your intense feelings about what's going on in the world. You want it to be different. You want it to be better. You could have intense feelings about wanting to learn more, or anything like that. Or you want to, like a foreign language, or just higher learning in general. It all could play a role. With that being said, Pisces, I'm going to go ahead and get you a card here. I don't want that one. It didn't jump out. And we'll get you a general reading. It's odd that it happens to be just on my birthday. And for me, because I have natal... too many cards. But we're going to hit the ones that hit the floor. So you're going to get two. For me, because I have a natal Sun, Saturn, at least that's where the moon will be. It will be conjunct both of those things for me, for my natal Sun and my natal Saturn. So I'm going to be really... And it's going to activate my entire stellium, so it's going to be really intense for me. But we'll see how it plays out. So we have faith in your dreams. That's a great card right there. And meditate and contemplate. So have faith, but also meditate and contemplate. I like it. Meditate and contemplate is good. It's a very intense energy. This is a very interesting time of year to have it. We're in the holidays. So it's a great time for dreams to come true, I would say. Good time to meditate and contemplate. In the dark time of year, this is more of the, I'd say unconscious time of year, which we would call the darkness, right? Or the all. We have the conscious perspective that we live and exist with, where everything has boundaries and is linear. Then you have the unconscious side of us, which is like our dreams, the synchronicities that come around us. That's the unconscious aspect, the boundless aspect of it, right? And our whole objective is to try to open those up together and then raise that energy up to the crown chakra. And that's kind of what we call enlightenment. And that's, some believe it's done, if you study the Kundalini, it's done through sexual energy, like tantric and things like that. If you study someone named Samuel Aon Weir, I'll put his name in here. If you really want to understand how to raise the Kundalini, it was through basically sexual repression, but not so much as abstaining from sex, yes, but actually bringing yourself to the point, but holding it back and using that energy as the way to raise it. You'd have to study it. I'll put his name in there. His name is spelled like Samael, which is technically the devil. That's the fallen angel that is supposed to be the devil. I'm not superstitious, so I don't look at it. That's according to the Talmudic, like the Talmudic traditions, the Jewish traditions. But I mean, he was a man. His name just happened to be spelled that way. I don't know if he even named himself. I doubt it. But yeah, he did a lot of occult studies on raising the Kundalini and sexual energy, how to use it. And then I use Jungian psychology to understand the unconscious, that boundless area within us, like the dream states. And it speaks to us through synchronicities, things like that. That's how you have any kind of access to it. That's the boundless area. In Jungian psychology, he's an individual that actually studied that aspect of humanity, the unconscious aspect, and it's boundless. There's no boundaries down there. It's the opposite of the conscious world, right? Where I have a wall right there, a desk right here, like there's boundaries everywhere. But in the unconscious, there's no sense of time. You bounce from location to location. That's why the information there is all connected. So that's why I would call it the all. That's why some call it the all. That's why people that say they're psychic, they're connected to that. And if they can interpret, the language of the unconscious, which is symbolic, a lot of times it's symbols like animal totems, numbers, things like this. But even in your dreams, you can interpret them, bring them into the conscious world. That's the psychic aspect of it. And because there's no boundaries, it's all information flowing together, right? And then of course the darkness precedes the light, right? Out of the darkness came, the Big Bang or the light. So the unconscious precedes the conscious. And so that's like where the beginning energy is, or what we would call God, right? Call it whatever you want. It is the aspect of us that is connected to the other side, or to the all. And that's where you can gain a lot of information. Meditate and contemplate. And one way to get there is through meditation. The way I opened my unconscious and I started seeing the synchronicities and all that stuff is because I had to go through what you call a catharsis. I had a really rough childhood, and then I repressed a lot of it throughout my life, and I went through a lot of rough situations in my life, but a lot of it I brought on myself. But as I got older and I hit about 28, my first Saturn cycle, I had a catharsis, and it bursted out through me. And I'm lucky it wasn't more damaging than it was, but it opened me up. I cried it all out, talked to my wife about it, got it out, and then I started seeing all the symbols. I started studying the occult, like unconsciously. I started studying astrology, and it all just started opening up. And that's how I knew. And later, once I really started studying like Jung, I understood that it was the unconscious. And I started studying, when I was studying the occult too, I understood that that's what they were talking about when they're talking the spiritual part of us, that other side, right? Because everything's dual. Left brain, right brain, a male, female. And I'm not going into that discussion. I just mean like everything is learned through comparison. Our world is learned through comparison. One thing to the other, and they define each other. And so that's the other side of us. And that's the connection, to the spiritual. Anyway, I'm off on a tangent. But good time to meditate, contemplate, and have your dreams. Visualize if you can. I guess it depends on how you think and what way that you think. So this is the current situation. It looks like you're asking about love, or like just your emotional stance, like you want to have a new emotional beginning in some way. It could be about a water sign, but it looks like most likely you're probably trying to move forward emotionally. You're asking whether you will, like maybe get over something, and using your reason to do it. Emotions are more instinctual, as to where our thoughts can be, that's our logic, that's our reason, and our reason develops last in our brains as far as that goes. The instinctual is what's first, and I think our emotions are connected more to the instinctual. So you do need some aspect of reason in order to really define your emotions, or really to like dissect them so that you can understand them, and that actually helps you move forward with them. You need to feel them though, because if you repress them, that's going to cause, if you ain't careful, a catharsis, and catharsis can be dangerous. That's an explosion of energy out of you. For me, it opened me up. For some people, it causes psychotic breaks. Okay, so you got to be real careful with that. And I don't recommend ever opening up in that way. Like if you're going to be open to your unconscious, don't do it the way I did it. It's very brutal. I did it to myself though. It's my own stupid decisions that got me there. But it did, in the end, it actually ended up being a huge benefit for me. But it looks like you're asking about that. So Helena Blavatsky, I don't know if you know who that is, but I'll put a picture of her up. She believed that instinct was superior to reason, right? Because it preceded it. It's like the unconscious or the darkness proceeding to the light, or the unconscious proceeding to the conscious. So because like animals, if we left everything along like in the ecosystem on this planet, it would support each other and it would survive just fine. And then you put people in there with reason, and then we start kind of destroying it, right? But then on the other aspect of it, if you look at humans whose instinct is superior to their reason, and they're being ran by their, not necessarily emotions, but their instincts, and I believe emotions are connected heavily to the instincts, you're going to get rapists. And they're going to use their reason to accomplish what they want to accomplish. Rapists, murderers, criminals, people that are serving their desires, right? That's why reason can be a really important and good thing if used in the right way and working in perfect unison with the instincts, right? But I'll put a picture of her up. She wrote The Secret Doctrine. It's a good read. I have the book downstairs. Anyway, I'm off on a tangent again. But I believe that reason is very important. You need to structure things from like your unconscious, and then having them work together. And that's how you can figure things out, because you need your consciousness to like understand like the symbolic language of the unconscious. Anyway, this is the current path for some of you. That Queen of Cups could definitely be you, Pisces, male or female. You have a Nine of Pentacles there. Looks like you're shining. Looks like you got what you want. You got the material goods. It looks like there may be a young fire sign involved. Maybe like a child, grandson, something like that. Granddaughter, even. Or it could be just like something that you're kind of passionate about, right? Or something that you were passionate about brought you opulence. Or a new idea that you had brought you opulence in some way. And then this is kind of, you're feeling good, living good, looking good, all those things. It's a good time of year. And it's going to be different for every Pisces, right? Because, some of you going to be Pisces sun, some moon, some ascendant, some maybe a stellium in Pisces, some Neptune in Pisces with aspects on it. Maybe 12th house Neptune, or just with a bunch of aspects on things in Pisces. Anyway, Pisces is important to you in your chart, and that's why you're here. It's different for all of you. So some may be on this path, some may be on this path. Some may experience both. Some may be, it may be about to happen to them. Some it's already happened to them, and some it may not resonate. And in that case, watch your other signs. But hopefully it resonates in some way. But it will be different in timing for everyone. So this is another path that some of you may be on. It looks like there's worry in this path, and maybe feeling stuck in some way. Worry and feeling stuck. And it looks like you're definitely trying to balance that out, feeling stuck and worried. And the holiday season can do that to us because, we do have to spend a lot of money this time of year, gifts and food and all this other stuff. And the way the economy is right now and how expensive everything is, even me, I'm going to go out and work some extra gig work just to make extra money to make sure I can pay for the holiday season. And even that can be stressful, right? So it looks like on this path, it's like some are trying to, you're trying to balance this out. You're trying to balance the worry and feeling stuck. Or maybe trying to get a new perspective on worry, right, with the hangman there. And if you meditate and contemplate and have faith, it looks like it's going to happen. Advice has got the devil in it. So this is like really feeling stuck. It's saying don't stay chained to anything. And my guess is what it's saying is don't stay chained to worry. Or don't stay, whatever worries or trepidations you have or anything you're feeling stuck, you have another feeling stuck card, which is the devil, feeling stuck. And, the devil is just an aspect of us, right? It isn't this or that, it's just you. Because the devil, what is bad or what is evil is defined by you, and it can't exist in the way that it does without you. I mean, you could say, oh, well, it means this, this, and this, but when you do that, you're talking outwardly, and you don't really have an outward perspective. You have an inward perspective, an I perspective. So you only really see it as one. It's never this or that. It's this or that in relation to I. And that's how we interpret. And you have the devil, the magician, and then the Two of Swords. So it's like you really need to make a decision here, or you're not seeing, or you're not making a decision, and you're staying stuck. And it's going to keep you from what you're manifesting if you don't figure out how to balance this out and kind of curb the worry and maybe the sadness even. It's like focus on your dreams. Focus on what's good this type of year. If you lost someone, don't think about that they're not there for the holidays. Think about the good holidays that you had with them. The laughs, the love, the things that they taught you, the things that they showed you, how they helped you grow, how you helped them grow. Those things, that's what you want to focus on. Not that they're not there, because they're always there. They're just in the all now. So they're still there. They're just in the all. And you're going to the all at some point too, and so am I. And we're all going to be there. Second law of thermodynamics. Energy cannot be transferred, or it cannot be destroyed. It can only be transferred to another media. It can't be created or destroyed. It can only be transferred to another media. So the energy that was that individual or individuals already existed. And it still exists. It's just in a different media now. The physical body has probably dissolved and to enrich the ground, because nothing is wasted in the universe. At least it's supposed to. We put them in caskets now, so it's kind of stops from enriching the soil. But on the other aspect of it, where does that consciousness go? Where does that light that we have, that the other creatures on this planet seem to have? We don't know. It's somewhere in that all, I'm telling you. It's somewhere in that all, and it's still there. The thoughts, the memories, all of it's still there. Now, the argument, does it get wiped before it gets sent back to its next life? Maybe so. But there are instances sometimes that show that some people remember their past lives. I've had dreams of a past life in like ancient Egypt. I even know the city, Heliopolis. I had a dream that told me that I had lived 1,000 lives of men already, and that I was a priest in Heliopolis in Egypt. That was a long time ago when Heliopolis exists. I saw the symbol of Heliopolis in my mind too. It's the symbol of the sun, like coming over the. Anyway, whatever. That's. This isn't about me. I got on a tangent. This is the outcome. Ending of a cycle. I think it's the end of worry. New idea. Moving forward victoriously. This is what's going to happen. You're going to get over this. You're going to end that cycle of worry. If you have any kind of worry or trepidation, and it's in this time of year, it makes sense to have worry because you have to spend a lot of money. Maybe you're going to have to be around family members you don't like so much, that type of thing. But who cares, right? It's still, you're going to be around family members you love too and that you like. And you're going to make great memories. So focus on that. And you're going to be moving forward for sure. It's like it's the ending of a cycle. New idea coming in. Or a new perspective coming in. A new way of thinking coming in. Because you get to attend to a page, that's new. It's end new. And then you get the major arcana of the chariot. That's victory. That's confidence. Have confidence. We get this experience. Enjoy it. Especially this time of year. It's a wonderful time of year. Christmas music on the radio. Some people hate that. I love that. I love Christmas music. I'll listen to Christmas music all day. I mean, it is the time of Saturn and Capricorn, right? When you're talking Christmas. Well, it's Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn. Mainly when you get to Thanksgiving, you're talking Sagittarius and Capricorn. And Capricorn is a very dark sign of zodiac, so Scorpio. So you can argue, we're in a dark time, but take what you want from it, right? You can, even the darkness, the dark side of the polarity has its own two polarities inside it, right? And then each of those polarities probably have two polarities inside it. But we're not going to break it down because, we live in a fractal universe. It's patterns. So we're not going to, I'm not going to go too crazy on that. But there's still goodness in it, right? It's part of a whole. It's a beautiful time of year. This is on your current path. If you're asking about, offering yourself forward or starting new emotionally, it's looking like, because in this deck, saying you have to work on it, right? Or this could have something to do with work, like specifically work, like a new opportunity in work. But most likely it's saying kind of work on it and do push it forward. Hey, Dumpling, what you doing, Sugar? Dumpling says hello. Oh, she says that's a synchronistic little kitty jump right there. That's that Sugar. That's that Sugar. Go lay down, Sugar Dumpling. And then you have adjustment, which is justice in this deck, right? So that's working on balance. But then you have disappointment. So like you kind of got both sides. You got to work on balancing out your disappointment. That's basically what it's saying. If you want that new emotional beginning, you got to work on balancing your disappointment. Work on balancing the disappointment. Straight up. The words on there basically make sense. Easier said than done, right? You actually have to acknowledge, you need to feel what you need to feel, but you also need to use your reason as well as your emotions. You need to map out your emotions, map them out with your reason, with your logic. Or however you think, whatever way you think best. Even in images, you can work it out. It just depends on how you think and how you take in stimulus. But I have faith in you, Pisces, 100%. I have a strong 12th house, but I really don't have any Pisces. Oh, that's Dumpling Sugar. Listen to them kitty cats. They're telling you, work it out. Map it out. It's good to know your own emotions and thoughts and things very well, like the things that get you. It's very important to know it very, very well. It's a lot harder for it to affect you if you have it mapped out so well, like the pathology of it. It's so hard to affect you if you really have it broken down. And only you can know you, right? Know thyself. That was the old adage that was written on the stone at the Temple of Apollo at Delphi, right? Know thyself. That's where its origins. It's very important stuff. And Apollo, of course, is the sun of God, giving out. What we're trying to do becomes solar. Know ourselves so well that we can give out. That's the moon, knowing yourself internally so well, and then the sun is giving it out because you've learned it so well you can teach others. That's why we're here. It's beautiful. Ooh, this is very loving, abundant energy right here. This could be like, if you're going to spend time with your family this holidays, it could be very, very beneficial to you. It could be a new passion, a new love. With that little page of wands there, that could be somebody you fancy. And it's saying it could be pleasure. It could be very good to maybe pursue this individual, or maybe you already are with them, and maybe they're a water sign like you, Pisces. Pisces goes very well with water signs. Pardon me. Still dealing with the gunk from this COVID like 4 weeks later. So you got the pleasure card on the page of wands. See? So like That's maybe that. I mean, heavy Scorpio sexual energy could be definitely some kind of passion that went down. It's definitely the lovers. Is the lovers on the Nine of Pentacles? Like whoever this person is makes you feel really abundant, and really good, and it could be queen. It could be a cup, queen or king. I mean, it's Queen of Cups, but water sign either way, and it could just be saying, you know, your passions will your new passion will be your love, whatever. Maybe something that you're like working on, or an idea or something, and it's going to bring you abundance. This card does not want to come in. It's going to bring you abundance, or you're going to feel abundant. So that's good. Could be saying have faith in your dreams. If your dreams is love, you know, it's coming in. And different paths. So we're going to look at this other path right here, where it looks like you're trying to balance out, upset, disappoint. But it's also saying down here, like, if we're talking about this path with the advice, saying don't be a chain to it. Don't be chained to it. Get your pleasure from it. You know, feel abundant, feel good, feel confident. But don't chain yourself to it. If it ends up like over time not being a super healthy relationship, then don't stick with it. Don't worry about that. But enjoy it now while you can. And if it's just with your family, you know, it's gonna be temporary anyway. Until the next time you get to see them, whatever next holiday y'all get together. You know, enjoy that. Feel good. Help make them feel good. It's gonna be delicious. This path's really good, Pisces, over here. And the outcome's good as far as I'm concerned. See what's going on with the Temperance, the Hangman, and the Five of Pentacles here. Oop, that wants to stop right there. Yeah, if you're looking for change in money, you know, be assertive for sure. If you're trying to balance it out, you know, you got a change card, harmonious change. You know, the Two of Pentacles is a change card, but it's also a balance card. In this deck, it's actually balanced. It's not topsy-turvy like it is in the Rider-Waite. In this deck, it's actually balanced. And you have the Ten of Rods, which is called oppression, and you have the Emperor. You know, if you are with someone that's making you feel oppressed and you're feeling stuck, you know, maybe it's time to move on. But if it's something within yourself that you're trying to balance, you know, it's going to be hard work if you're trying to balance it. You know, it's going to be hard work. And, you know, you're going to change. That new perspective is going to come in. You're not going to feel stuck anymore. It's going to be harmonious. You're going to get it in balance. Right? That's what you're trying to do. And that's what the new perspective will help you do. But you're going to have to be assertive, and you're going to have to take steps forward. You're going to have to be like the Emperor. You're going to have to really take heed of your inner, your emotional world. And you have to use them together. The unconscious with the conscious, the emotional with the logical. That's how you're going to find your balance. And if you're worried about money, you know, you're going to have to take a stance on money and do what you have to do. I mean, I'm going to be doing whatever I got to do to make sure I got extra money so that I can give. You know, it's a big thing for me. I want to give, especially to the children in my family. I don't have any children of my own, but I have lots of nieces and nephews. I want to make sure that they get Christmas no matter what from Uncle Jesse. Because I love them. And I want them to know I love them. But, I mean, the objects in of themselves isn't what it's about. It's more just about the aspect of giving, the sentiment of the fact that I love them and then they know I do. You know, the advice saying, you know, don't be blind to the situation. If you feel stuck, create what you want. You know, if you're feeling stuck, be like the magician. Create what you want. You can. As within, so about, as within, so without. As above, so below. Right? How you think and where you put your faith will be reinforced by the universe around you. So if you put faith in being confident and being able to resolve your situations, you will. Will you be tested? Yes. It's going to see if your faith is legit. But if you don't falter and you stay confident, know that you can get through it and know that you can figure out and truly believe that, you will be reinforced by the universe. No doubt about it. So you have to do that. And you can, and you will. I have no doubt. Looks, I mean, Chariot's right there. Oh, right there. It's like a completion of something. You know, Prince of Wands, Princess of Cups. There's two people in that card. And I don't know if you have children or not. So maybe you have a fire sign and a water sign child. You're trying to, and maybe that's what's stressing you out, or maybe it's a couple family members that are stressing you out that you don't want to see. But when it's a prince and a princess, it's most likely like aspects of yourself moving forward in a specific way. Like with the Prince of Wands, being confident and moving forward, but also being confident, but not being cocky, being confident, moving forward, right? But then you have the, Princess of Cups, which is very sweet, poetic type energy, right? You know, it's definitely Piscean type energy. Then you have the Four of Rods, which is completion. And that's and it's balanced, because look, it's a perfect circle. And that's what it's going to bring. If you can figure these two things out together, you can be sweet, right? Be sweet, poetic, loving, but confident and assertive when you need to be. You're going to have that completion. Make the decision. Manifest it. You can. Don't feel stuck anymore. You don't have to. It's your choice. Our life is about growth and change. We always grow and change unless we choose not to. Can't control what's going on outside of you, right? But you can control how you react to it, how you intake the stimulus through this filter that is I, this experiencer. It's been shaped by many different things, many different, many different experiences have shaped you, many different, like whatever your beliefs are, your axioms, your actual disposition, your moral and dogmatic stances, right? It's all shaped who you are, but it's still yours and it's unique. And you still get to choose how that filter filters the experience, the information, the happening. Use it. Meditate and contemplate. Have faith in your dreams. Faith. Faith is belief. And you're going to get tested at first. Make no mistake. You will get tested. When you are trying to alter yourself and you're putting your faith in a new way into something, it's not just going to give it to you. It's going to be like, is it really your faith? Or in this situation, you're going to immediately revert back. And then that's actually your faith, the other thing that you were back to before. Think about that. And it may take long, depending on how long you've been in that, it may take a while before it stops testing you, right? Like little things popping up to try to remind you, I know all about this. It's happened to me a lot in my life. So these are the cards you got on the outcome, but you can do it. Stick with your faith. Stick to your guns. Be confident. You will figure this out. That's what we do as people. We figure it out. That's what we're designed for. We learn, we grow, we have higher consciousness. Problem-solving skills. Princess of Discs, the Magus, which is the magician, and then the Five of Swords, which is defeat. Now, the Five of Swords is on the Ten of Swords. So whatever this ending is, you're going to feel defeated at first, of course, because it's the ending of something. Or you're done feeling defeated, which I would say is the case. And you're moving to this, which had the Magus on it, which is your manifestation, your new idea. Like I said, yes. And then boom, new opportunities are going to come your way, and you're going to feel far more abundant, and you're going to be riding forward very victoriously. All right, Pisces, that's looking good. All right, Pisces, I think it's going to work out for you just fine. Anyway, please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting. I'm trying to get this algorithm on my site again. We'll see if it manifests. Hopefully it helps the algorithm when you do that. You don't have to if you don't want to. Even just being here to watch the video, I'm super grateful and I'm thankful. Either way, Pisces, have a happy holidays. Hope you have a good time with your family and friends and your loved ones. And I hope to see you here again.